Let's go, Palutena. There it is. I told y'all. You will hear it. You will hear it.
Right,
so CyPhaCon versus Sem and SZB Mobile versus LA. Let's get it popping, baby. Game 1, PS2 once again.
All right. Here we go. Match 1.
Okay. Good start for both teams, getting decent amounts of damage on either side. Great counter. Look, there they go. All right, so
here we go. We get the crowd behind everybody.
Exactly. It's pretty even right now, surprisingly. Both teams have like an even percent on both players, which is kind of crazy to begin with.
Absolutely. We already got someone over 100%, so.
There's the first kill of the match. Yeah. Woo!
You already feel the pressure, man.
Yeah, here we go. Crowd already building up. Again, these are two of the top players from LA playing right now on one side, and on the other side, you have two of the better players, not the top players on Mobile's side as well. Right. So this is a war of the states as it stands.
Battle for the states.
Look at the defensive movement that Sem is going for in the background here. 141% has to keep the movement moving even in the back. Because if you're just standing still, you go get chopped. If you are standing still, you will get chopped. Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
All right. But again, red team. Go ahead.
I was going to say, again, the same thing. One over close to 100%, the other one low defensive, offensive, man.
And something to note about that character that's at the lower percent is that Pyramithra do not have the greatest recoveries. They have some of the worst recoveries in the game. If not one of the worst, one of the most exploitable. So we'll see.
Ooh, man. Everybody getting launched to the left, man.
So blue team down to 4 stocks to the 5 of red team right here.
Man,
Great stuff from red team as well to get it all on one player, so that way they force the stocks from the other player as well.
Right.
It's a slow squeeze of attrition, you know?
Man. 3 of them already 100%, man.
Lord Jesus.
We see CyPhaCon capitalize right now. Ooh,
tried to, but they just miscued for a
second. Ooh, got one of them right there. Oh, another one.
So now it's 4 stocks to 3. You see how the swing, like a swing of a shield, and just like that.
Just one little move, like literally just.
It hasn't completely changed the dynamic of the match, but the lead is regained to blue team at least for a little bit. If Zai is able to hold on to the stock, which he's not, unfortunately. You know, I was about to say, if he was able to hold on to the stock, it's a big deal for holding on to the extra stock for CyPhaCon. The biggest thing about the way that these two play, to your point early, you mentioned it's very good to have an offensive and defensive player. That's what these two really specialize at. CyPhaCon is very good at the offense. Zai is very good at the defense. For any LA players that are not here right now, you already know this. But for anyone that doesn't know this, we're going to educate you. There's the side B from Sem right there. Great stuff.
Put him in the smash room!
You can hear, definitely,
I know, dude.
Ooh, CyPhaCon get it close to the 140 right now. And,
look at the usage
launched.
of down B. The biggest thing about that down B, right there, is that you could delay when you go for the second part of the move.
Really?
Yes. There's a certain timing for it. Great F smash from CyPhaCon right there.
Oh, dude. One stock each.
Nah, 2 stocks still on Palutena right now.
For the,
there it is.
Team.
Oh, that's what you meant. So now it's 2 stocks to 1. But I tell you what, he's going to have to stock and a half if he's able to have Arsene out long enough to play neutral.
This is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but look, great usage of your own up air to get your teammate out of a situation.
Absolutely.
My man was about to get robbed highway style.
Come on, baby, let's see it one more time. Let's go!
But Arsene already almost off the board, just like that.
Launching him again, man. You just keep launching him in the air.
Over and over, and I tell you what, it's not good for him. He can build up Arsene a little bit more if he gets a well-timed counter, but unfortunately, he's still off stage, not going to be able to get it just yet. Has to recover onto the ledge. Stalling just a little bit, trying to test their patience. They don't respond as well. Oh, misses the grab!
Okay, we have not seen DB stand. You can DQ him to losers.
And this time waiting on the ledge, trying to cover both options at once. The third option comes out instead, and neither of them are ready for it, but that's okay. That's okay. 2 stocks on the board for red team. Sem and
That's what I
SZB
think.
taking first game.
So what do you think of this right here?
This right here? So this is going to be really vital for later in the set.
Okay.
Knowing that he has an up out of shield at kill percents, that's going to be really, really crucial from when they want to try and enforce pressure. Because then if they're both at high percents, he can kill both of them off of one interaction.
Wow.
So something about do you play Persona?
Persona, a little bit. I mean,
A little bit.
Not
So you know a decent bit about how about how a summon like Arsene would work. So in this game, the more damage you gain, or if you utilize Joker's counter when he's in regular form,
the stronger he is, or
yes,
Okay.
technically yes,
Okay.
because he has that bar on top of his percent, and he gets Arsene when that bar is full.
Okay.
When he gets Arsene, he turns into like, what's the best way I could put this? He turns into Sheik with Bowser power.
oh wow. Okay, now I see what you
It is. He takes your money. You pay $5.99 for this character, and he takes other people's money.
All right, here we go. Match 2.
Back to PS2 at that. Trying to start off the same, however, I do notice Zion and CyPhaCon are off the script a little bit, just a touch. It has been a while since they both played doubles. They've mentioned it themselves, but we don't want to necessarily use that as it's an illegitimate excuse. But still, you have to put up your best when you're in competition, and they will put up their best for sure.
I'll let him carry you.
Oh man, still getting like the crowd behind.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, that man Mob will cheer for his boys, 100%. Great kill by Zai right there. But
Ooh,
just like
and then
that,
that-
SCB taking the stock back.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. So we got somebody getting close to the 100% already.
Yep, that's Zai right there on the far left side.
Yep. That's Zai, closing up.
Looking at SCB and Sem in the face. Won't take a lot of damage for it as well. Great counter and the follow-up off it. Ooh-wee. I mentioned that they might be off script earlier. I don't know. I think they're starting to get the picture.
They definitely analyzed the first fight, that's for sure.
That's for sure. We'll see what comes next between these two interactions. I love that little interaction between SCB right there, trying to use the Nair to respond to a potential Tomahawk grab. I'm sorry, empty full health grab.
Oh man, that's nice.
That's going to hurt for a bit, but still, it's 5 stocks to 5 stocks, virtually even percents, or functionally even percents at that. There it is, upbeat off the top.
Man, Zai literally, they're both, struggling right now, man.
Only a bit. CyPhaCon trying to get in there to force some pressure on that situation. Zai putting the down smashes in both places to pressure the shields as well. Very smart play coming up from blue side, but let's give absolute credit to red side too. They're playing out their minds.
They came with a plan today.
Yes, indeed. And look, they're executing for real. I am not sure what happened there. If you want me to tell you, I couldn't tell you for a second. All I know is red team lost 2 stocks. That's all I got for you.
We got 3 stocks red team against
4 stocks of blue team. Make that 3 stocks again.
Oh, it's another even now.
Yeah, it is. So as you've potentially seen for the entirety of the match, both of these teams are going for a very similar strategy. You see one player on one side going for a defensive and one, the other being offensive. The same is being mirrored on the opposite side.
See, one thing that I noticed about the tournament so far is that the defensive guys usually have projectiles
Yes.
to back up the offensive guys.
However, in this instance, Sem doesn't really have a projectile to really utilize here. He's just throwing out fists and kicks. Oh, the credit card swipe coming out. But it's not going to be nearly enough.
It's anybody's ball game here.
It is, but I tell you what, blue team losing that stock first is going to be very vital for this next interaction. They have to be very cautious about how they use their stocks. Okay.
Falcon just lost one, so
That means he has to take another one from Zai as well. Up to 17% as it stands. Yeah, CyPhaCon again, taking the offensive here, as he should. Zai is at the higher percent. This is the one that has to be kept at this moment. Great downer from Zai as well, responding to the situation. But I tell you what, SCB and Sem are really trying to run it right here. 3 stocks to 2. It takes 1 good hit to kill Zai off of this, and you really don't want it to be from your own teammate as well. Zai playing very well to get himself out of these situations over and over again. Both stocks gone!
2 stocks right there, man.
And just like that, it's a potential 1v1 if one of them loses their stocks, or
Oh man.
it's a 2v1 in this
Yeah.
instance.
2v1 now, man.
All you need is one to do the work.
Armor! It's got armor! He He tries to dash attack through it, and it has armor through.
Oh!
Wow! Just like that. That was so instant, bro.
Let's watch that again real quick.
Absolutely, that was so instant. The armor off the neutral be coming through for the kill right there. You cannot touch that. Up air into up B off the top, and it takes the stock. Goodness gracious. I mean, look.
I'm speechless right now.
Yeah, my man just took it so fast. That was so rapid fire. I don't think anybody would have had any time to respond to that situation.